Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We're going to be watching more Attack on Titan. Storm here.
Tom here.
Kimmy here.
We are on episode 20 of season 3. On Crunchyroll, it's episode 357. Last time it was, a big shock to Armin that he ate burnt hold. I mean, that's a lot of news to take in.
Yes.
And
quite
he's
surprised.
the Colossal Titan now. So we think
he
he's
didn't want to be.
fast.
He didn't want Levi to make that decision.
Yeah, he even agreed that that Erwin should have been the one to survive. I mean,
Well,
both of them were
of course he
married.
would think that. I mean, Armin's the kind of guy who thinks about everybody else but
He's
him.
very selfless like that, and
Right.
so I'm
Well,
curious in how quick he's going to learn.
We said
his
this in the
powers.
I think the last episode, that I don't think Levi could make a wrong decision no matter who he picked.
Mm-hmm.
But knowing that Erwin really didn't want to, he knew that his time was done. He wanted it to be that way. I think that's what kind of helped him push it towards,
Yes.
Armin.
Yes,
Yeah.
he really helped him make that decision.
And you're right, because I think both are great assets, but I don't want to pick one over the other, but I'm gonna. So I think Armin was a good choice. I mean, it's scary because those are big shoes to fill, but I think he can do it, and he's really progressed a lot.
Well, I mean,
since the
like
start.
Levi said, Armin's not a replacement for Erwin. He's
He's
just
very different.
he's gonna be his own person.
Right.
Exactly.
He's not gonna be filling in his shoes. He's gonna be doing things his way,
Yes.
Mhm.
and that doesn't really make him the leader. It's just
Yeah.
because
And
I think Hanji's still in charge over Levi, right?
yeah, I mean, there's hardly anyone left now, so I don't know if they're gonna just all kind of be. I mean, they're still gonna have
Well,
leaders,
there's still a
but-
command structure. I mean, I think Hanji outranks Levi, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So I think she would be in command right now.
But I think they'll work collaboratively. I don't think they'll.
I'm sure they will, but
Mm-hmm.
when it comes down to final decisions, though, I think it's Hanji who outranks Levi.
Yeah.
But I mean, those are the
Hanji.
two highest ranking officers right now.
Mm-hmm. I know. And then we have to talk about that cutscene last time with Grisha. He was in a different community outside
Yeah.
the
With
walls.
airships.
Yeah. So why did he come here and then hide all of the major information of this futuristic community that he lived in before? Like, why come here and in a way downgrade himself? Where it's more primitive or. And then there's all these dangers around you because they were really prospering on the other side in this other place.
How old do you think Grisha is?
Unless he ages slowly. I mean, bless you.
Yeah.
Woo!
Those Titan sneeze.
Achoo! Can you imagine?
That's my secret defense.
Hurricane. But I don't know. I mean, he obviously was young when he was somewhere else, and then he decided to come over to Shiganshina, and
What I mean is, do you think that Titans age differently? Like, if they're in Titan form, they age slower than regular humans. So maybe that town that he was in is a lot older than Maria is. Maybe it got destroyed or something. He actually escaped to Maria.
Maybe.
As a
I mean,
possibility.
maybe just more prosperous. Maybe just richer. They
Maybe.
have so many other, they don't have with the villages now. They don't have half the stuff that he did when he was a child. I mean, it looks like a very wealthy community.
You're thinking maybe he moved to this place to help them prosper more,
Maybe.
I don't know,
bring some
because-
technology.
unless because the government was so controlling too. I mean, they were
He
killing
had to
people
hide.
to hide their secret, but maybe he was trying to expand and let people know. But yeah, I don't know why he would come here and not
Or-
even say anything.
What if he had some kind of agreement with whoever put the Titans in the walls? Because if he was a Titan too, and he was the rival of the other Titans, then maybe it has something to do with the Titans in the wall at this place.
Maybe.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know.
It's a lot of questions.
I guess we'll find out. I'm hoping we will.
Yeah.
Shall we get into it?
Yeah.
My brain hurts with all these questions.
It is a good show though, because it's
Yes.
really moving forward with the story, and it's just shocking every single time
Yeah.
we're revealed something new. All right, so we're on 357, 320 on Crunchyroll. Oh man.
Damn.
Wow, that was like all dialogue and so much to take in. It's like, holy crap. So is he now going to take down Marley? Like, he's like, this is how you control a Titan or whatever? Wow, what a sad freaking story.
Oh, his poor little sister.
Nobody has a good life there, do they?
I know, like, here I had hope where I'm like, oh wow, Grisha had a really nice life there, but we were talking about the armbands, we're like, okay, we're going to find something wrong here, but, you know, I thought maybe he left to hopefully help other people outside his area. But no, it was extremely messed up there.
Yeah, they couldn't even get outside once they crossed. That was it. Punishment.
Paradise. They call it paradise. Like, that's even messed
But
up.
they're creating these Titans and they're releasing them.
Yeah, to eliminate their people, the Eldians, and they're creating Titans that are eating people.
Yeah, why not just kill them off completely, you know, instead of like activating their Titan form and setting them free.
Right, now you're creating these destructive creatures.
I mean, they're
find
pretty
it interesting.
They're pretty mindless, and I'm sure they feel pretty secure where they are, but still, it's like you're creating an unnecessary risk.
Yeah. I mean, like, how many times did they do that before? And poor Grisha, I mean, now we know he was happy once he had a family. I mean, when he was a kid, like, he had a good mom and dad. Mm-hmm. His sister was, oh my God. Like, that is so terrifying.
Fed to dogs.
Fed to freaking dogs. Jeez. And those guards were just, like, desensitized, no remorse at all. And they were talking about how, like, people are curious and cruelty, you must have cruelty, you know, to do whatever, to, I guess, control other people. I don't know. Or he was just, like, so fascinated by it. It was just disgusting.
That one guy was the cream of the crop, though, of brutality. He was just horrible. I'm so glad he's going to die. He got his death.
Just dessert.
Yes.
I wanted to see him. I mean, like, here we're like, oh no, like so much violence, and then we're like, yes.
Well, a lot of those Titans that we saw were ones that we saw in like season 1.
Yeah.
You know, especially Dinah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was royalty.
Huge thing. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's, you know, for them just to do that as well is just mean and hateful.
Yeah, because she has the last name Fritz.
Yeah.
So right away looking at her, I was thinking of Krista. I'm like, oh my gosh, she looks just like her, you know. But yeah, so he was actually married to her, and they had a son Zeke. So Zeke has to be the Beast Titan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's right. He had his little monkey
that looked just like his freaking form.
His ape. Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah.
And that would make sense as to why he's so obsessed with you getting Eren, because he's of the same blood.
Of the same blood, and he was talking about their father. He was saying your father or something like that was bad to both.
So that would make him like a stepbrother, right?
Yeah, stepbrother, half brother,
same father, different mother.
Mm-hmm. And to watch his mom, watch his wife, like, turn into a Titan, like being tortured, stabbed in the neck, and she handled it so well. And she is the Titan, that scary, smiley one from the first episode that ate Eren's mom.
Yes.
Jeez.
So ate his second wife. Like, this is like too close to home here. Like, this is insane.
So she's very intelligent. She knew who she was targeting.
Mm-hmm. And then the founding Titan, Ymir, is at the same Ymir, because she had something happen like this to her as well. And she was.
And then she got she was buried in the sand for how many years?
Yeah, she was, you know, stabbed, I guess, and dropped off the wall, and then she turned, and I remember her eating someone. I think that's the first time we saw her eat someone, and we're like, oh my God, like, that's awful that she did that and wasn't aware of it. And, you know, then she was buried in the sand. She got lost after that or something, right?
Yeah, she
so
stopped.
Now I'm sure we'll see her soon.
So do you think she's the founding Titan then?
I'm thinking that's the only Ymir that we know of, and that's kind of a unique name, I would think.
Right, unless, you know, Ymir named their daughter or granddaughter, you know, down the line.
Or just random.
After them.
But we were mentioning before about, how Titans might age differently, because here we've seen so many feats of Reiner surviving and when he should have died, and replenishing.
Well, just look at Ymir. I mean, how long was she in the sand for as a Titan?
Yeah, and that was another time jump that we saw, but she's like the same age.
Right. She's still on the younger side. So so I'm assuming, because I mean, when their limbs get taken off, they regenerate. So I'm assuming it's like a regeneration thing where it keeps them younger.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
I mean, a lot of these Titans could be from the old days,
right?
And Dinah Fritz,
from this old place.
Yeah, Dinah Fritz. I mean, how long ago was this? You're right. So this could be like ancient times, and all these Titans now. This show is so detailed that I'm curious, and if you guys want to let us know as well, thank you. Like all these other Titans that we've seen, I mean, there's so many so many different faces and shapes that we've seen. Are we supposed to recognize a few of them, like that crazy smiling Titan now that we know is Dinah? Like what other ones are we supposed to recognize?
Well, it happened so quick, so I don't remember exactly who it was, but they showed one that turned, and it kind of looked like that horse-faced one that was Zeke's.
It did kind of, yes.
For a second, but it was kind of like standing up, though, for a second. I don't know if that could have been... I mean, it's probably around the same time, because he's
and he's very
following
loyal to Zeke.
Yeah, it could be Zeke's little pal there.
Definitely, yeah, because he protects him no matter what. Like he jumps right in where Levi was about to kill him, or stab him through his head, and he still went in and risked his own life to.
I just can't believe that they would inject this to people that they thought were lower than them. These Eldians. That's your punishment. You're going to become a Titan. Just for them to. The mentality of that is just beyond me. I just can't believe they would make them, because they're destructive and they're powerful. So yes, they.
Yeah. I mean,
they like pain and suffering. It's terrible. Yeah, they're not thinking about the longevity of our place is fine. It's safe. They can't get to us. So let's destroy everything.
Well,
I
mean, think about it. If they keep doing this, there's going to be more and more and more Titans out there,
and
then it's like eventually,
exactly, it's going to backfire on you.
And how many Eldians are there?
I mean, who knows if it might have actually backfired on, because we don't know the fate of that city.
Right.
So who knows if it actually did backfire? I guess we'll probably find out. I'm sure
that'll be a thing. Yes, going forward.
See, isn't that crazy that we were so upset at Grisha? And it shows that it was passed down with his father, too, because he was like a dog to the government there. Like, he was just afraid of everyone and just did whatever they said, even with his daughter dying. It's like, okay, well, she needed to be punished because we can't do no wrong. Thank you so much
for guarding.
It's your fault, son, and do it this way,
we're so
whatever.
Foolish.
Yeah, so, Grisha here, we see these flashbacks early on of him controlling Eren, taking him over, stabbing him against his will with the serum and making him turn, and then that he accidentally ate his father. I mean, it's just very traumatic. It's very shocking, but he had good intentions there, but it's still something that he's pushing on to his son. And Zeke saying that he was also conditioned to think a certain way and to fight a certain way, and it just really messes with you.
Man, big time. I can't believe it.
No, didn't they cut off Grisha's hands, right?
Fingers.
It looked like there was just a nub now.
Yeah,
because they were kind of I wasn't sure if they cut off at the wrist or if they just cut off the fingers.
They were saying do the other one and stuff, so it could have been one and one, but I really think it's fingers.
But then then obviously he had his hand, so obviously he regenerated. But that's just crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's such a weird and cool show. It's
there's just so much stuff going on. It's
how would you explain this to someone who doesn't watch anime or watch something the premise of this show?
You can cut their fingers off and they come back and they get big and ugly looking and weird and smooth.
Human-looking monsters that eat people, and there's a lot of mystery that slowly gets revealed. I don't know. Yeah, it's you don't want to tell them spoilers, but just a basic premise. But this is very interesting. But what people will do with these powers is just
right. You got to eat certain people to have certain powers, and
And I wonder, where are they getting this spinal fluid from? Do they have a couple Titans, locked up so they can take the spinal fluid? Is it from Marley directly, or?
Yeah. You know, I'm sorry, I'm jumping too, but you know that guard that beat up Grisha as a kid, and when he's like, "Please, I'll take my sister's punishment too." Was that the owl too? Was that the same guy who let him stay?
It looked like it.
It kind of looked like him. So he's like, "Oh, you might as well see the airship."
Well, because it had to be, because he said to him, you know, "I remember you."
Yeah.
First, and then he saw the other guy, and he goes, "I definitely remember you, because 15 years ago, you were the ones who, you know."
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I mean, he was there, but I mean, I don't know if he was the owl then, but he became the owl after that.
And he was nice. Like, even though he beat the crap out of him, he had to, especially with the other guard there. He had to follow
he had
him
to do
off.
it with that crazy one.
Yeah. So that sucks about the sister, though.
Oh, that's so sad. Just walking.
It's not just like, oh, how'd they kill her? Was it quick? Like, no, we're going to torture her and have the dogs eat her.
Rip her apart.
Rip her apart. Just sick.
There was, 4 dogs? The poor little girl being ripped apart alive.
What a show. Wow, well, I can't wait to find out more here, but wow. So how far away is this place compared to Shishangi?
It's probably
Shikanima.
No.
Shikanima? No, Shima. Shignashima.
Anything else?
Better than what you said.
Shinkanshina.
Got it.
I'm not going to even pronounce it.
Yeah.
No.
We should know this. We see it all the time, but we never pronounce it until now, so it's just funny. But on that note, guys, love you. Thank you so much for watching.
On that note, that's a bad note.
And we'll see you very soon, as always. They still love us. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. We'll try better with our pronunciations, I promise.
That's our homework.
We always try.